All right. Hi, guys. Mike here at Professional Security Journal. So I just spent maybe 4 hours at my friend's gun shop. Walked in today. I couldn't go to sleep earlier. I had a case of insomnia after grave shift. So I figured, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go for a drive, check out my boy's shop, because one of my local friends, sorry, something in my stash. One of my local buddies actually has his own gun shop now. So I figured, all right, you know what? Can't sleep. We were just sitting here chatting. I'm going to go check him out. So, grabbed the trusty old Glock 43X, holstered up, went into the shop. We were joking on my Facebook, which is why I decided to drive down to the shop. We were joking on Facebook this morning about the new Smith & Wesson Shield X. Now, I should buy it for my boy, because my boy, with his gun shop, he's actually a direct dealer for Smiths, so he can get me, he can do things for me. He can take care of me. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna go to a store. So did indeed go to a store. Drove down there. And something unexpected happened. Looked around the gun shop. Just did, typical for first time here, walkabout. Okay, here are the rifles, here are the shotguns. Obviously you got the glass cabinet displays of lovely handguns. So looked at the pistols. Found the Smith section. Lo and behold, he had the Smith & Wesson Shield X, the exact gun we were just talking about on Facebook. And I saw it, and I'm like, yep. So asked for some trigger time with it. And I asked to actually hold it. Finger fucked it a little. By that I mean, of course, I tried the trigger and whatnot. Finger fucked it a little. And you know what? I gotta tell you, man. The second I picked this thing up, I knew. I was like, oh my God, this is me. This is me. This is me. So let's go nerd out over the details, okay? Glock 43X, way down in the particular weeds. Sorry, I'm itchy. I just got done dealing with dust in my apartment and whatnot, so I'm somewhat a little icky with the eczema, with the dry skin issue. Barrel lengths. Glock 43X, 3.43, 3.43 inch barrel. Smith & Wesson Shield X, 3.6 inch barrel. So 0.18, 0.17 difference. The main gripe I've had about my Glock over the years. Glock 43X, 10+1. Let's not even top out the aftermarket mags, because I don't trust those things for shit. 10+1, OEM. 15+1, yes, shield arms or PSA mags. Let's not even go into that. Smith & Wesson Shield X. Trying to find the flush magazine. Smith & Wesson 43X. Smith & Wesson 40. Jesus Christ. Smith & Wesson Shield X. Where are you? Look at the magazine. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Smith & Wesson Shield X. 13+1 capacity. All right. Or, and this is where I have always wanted my 43X. Smith & Wesson Shield X. 15+1. And look at this, okay? This is the 15-round magazine, all right? 15+1. 13+1. There is not much of a difference at all. And this thing, let me tell you, yes, round count, which was my biggest gripe with the 43X. But let me tell you, I feel this thing shoots, well, it presents, you know, when you actually go to present a firearm, or as I like to say, you're punching the weapon out. This feels so much smoother to me. And the trigger. So I'm not one of these YouTubers who has the fancy tools to where it's like, oh, it's a 4-pound trigger or whatever. But this is the take-up. This is the reset on the wall. That's nice. This trigger is like 4 million times better than the 43X ever was for me. I can actually get on this, my grip. I can actually get on this a lot smoother. And for the first time ever in the Smith & Wesson Shield series, you have a pick rail. So if you followed my YouTube channel for any amount of time, you already know what's going to happen to this. This little guy is going to get a 7 sub weapon light, and oh, look at this, it's optic ready. So your boy's going to get his EPS enclosed optic, because I will never go open emitter again. Me with this eczema, me and my fucking dry skin issue. Dude, the 507K with my 43X, that 507K was a fucking dustpan of eczema. I'm sorry. Probably TMI, maybe a little bit gross to admit. But no, with my eczema, I had that embarrassing issue in concealed carrying. My open emitter was just dustpan of crud. So this makes me happy. Optic ready. This makes me happy. This is getting a EPS carry, enclosed optic, and 7 sub it up. This thing is going to get a light and a dot. And there's not much else I need to do with this thing to be extremely fucking happy with it. I got the capacity I always wanted my Glock. And I mean, guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. All right, this is my normal grip. 15 plus 1. This is my normal grip. 13 plus 1. There's not much of a difference with the additional 2 rounds. Like, man, Smith, I don't know what you did, but you got me as a customer now. Because I'm switching over to Smith entirely for CCW, this little guy, for CCW and for duty use. I'm getting a MMP 2.0 metal. And tomorrow, when I bring the gun case, or when I bring my 43X, because my boys, the store owner, they actually hooked me up, so mum's the word. But basically, they let me trade in my Glock without actually physically giving them the gun. Of course, it got to be turned into them this week. But basically, what ended up happening was we negotiated. We found a fair market price using Gunbroker as the database. We agreed on something through data found on Gunbroker, and then yeah, I gotta bring them the gun case tomorrow, or tomorrow, or the next day thereafter, because I straight up came in with my Safariland Solus, my active retention holster for my 43X. I straight up came in with my 43X on my belt, so I picked up the Smith, and it was like this. It was in the gun cabinet with the 15 round mag. So I one of my boys' representatives gave it to me. I picked it up, and I'm like, oh, you know what? This is it. 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 And what I really like about it is, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, it's basically got a Glock safety. You know how Glock has that 3-tap safety or whatever. It's a trigger safety. So I'm like, this is essentially a much, much, much better Glock. So I'm like, oh, this is nice. This is an easy switch over from a 43X, because it's basically still what I'm used to, just better. Better ergonomics, better trigger, better wall, better reset. more capacity, because I always wanted 15+1 in my 43X. But man, I got it. Actually, you know what? My biggest gripe with that was it was just 10+1. Because when I'm embarrassed to admit it as a security officer, as somebody who prides themselves in, being a cut above the rest, I hardly ever go out to the range. But when I do go out to the range, I train a double tap. I train 2 rounds at a time. So, that 10+1, that drove me fucking crazy because it's 11 rounds on tap. I'm like, I want at least one single more round. And I didn't want to add base plates. I didn't want to do any of that shit to my firearm because I want to keep it OEM. I don't fuck with max. I don't fuck with triggers. I don't fuck with nothing. I'm one of those. So I'm like, I just... So even, like, I like this. The length, the grip, whatever. This is 15+1. This is cool. But, like, 13+1? The additional 2 rounds? Not much of a difference. But what makes me happier is 13+1. That's 14. I can double tap. I can do 7 volleys. So I'm like, I want an even number of rounds. Because, again, I train in 2s. So I'm like, oh, the Smith? Hell yeah. So, I'm going to go broke. My boy's about to get a lot of my business in the near future. Next on my list is a unicorn firearm, a hard to find, practically non-existent. It is a bitch to find this gun. I'm getting that. Don't want to say what it is. It'll be a surprise on my YouTube channel. I'm getting that. And then after that, we're getting a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 metal. That'll be my full-size duty gun. If and when I ever go back to armed security. That's going to be the carry. So, yeah. So, all in all, really, really happy with the new Smith. The only problem is, for right now, because I'm sitting here messing with my active retention holster, I have to give them the active retention holster, because even if I was hoping with my Safari Land Solus, because this is the only active retention holster on the market for a Glock 43X, was really hoping I can just put a light on my Smith and be okay with it. I could just put a light on this, and because this is a light-bearing holster, just boop. But, it ain't meshing. So, yeah. All right, I got a phone call. I'll be right back.